For most of the people in the world, in the West in particular, they think about the war against Japanese fascism as a war of less than 4 years after the Japanese surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. But for the Chinese nation, the war of resistance against Japanese aggression was a war of 14 years, starting from 1931 all the way to the victory in August 1945. For 10 years, China stood by itself, fighting more or less alone against the onslaught of the Japanese aggressors. In 1931, the Japanese aggressors occupied China's northeast, and then they gradually expanded their aggression into many parts of China. At the height of the Japanese occupation of China, they occupied up to about half of the landmass of China, and they managed to close off almost all the coastline of China. Altogether, China sacrificed the greatest amount. More than 30 million of my countrymen lost their lives, either killed in battle or they became civilian casualties of the war. I think China really made the greatest contribution, not only in terms of the more than 30 million casualties that we suffered as a nation, not only for 14 years in a row, we never hesitated, and the Chinese nation as a whole wanted to be united, regardless of our party affiliations, regardless of our social status. All of us as a nation should be united together in this fight against Japanese aggressors. After the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, the American joining this war of fighting against Japanese aggressors, China and the United States became allies. We really stood shoulder to shoulder. We joined in all the military actions together, and together with other allies, we defeated Japanese fascism. When we look back upon the Second World War, when we look around the world of today, one thing is for sure: war is not an option and should never be an option for China and the United States. And I hope all of us will believe in the inevitability of peace. Peace is the most important thing for China and for the United States, and peace is the only thing that really matters for mankind.